Hey, what's happening, y'all? Alrighty then. Alright, so here we are on 58 Eastbound. Just made it through the majority of the Tehachapi mountain pass. And I gotta say, I love this rig. I really do. It handles its business. Here I am, 74,000 pounds gross, and just knocked it out. I mean, I had to get in, 7th and 8th gear a couple of times, but that was as low as it got, maybe 28, 29 miles an hour up the worst of it. And boy, yeah, this thing just handles it. It's awesome. Freaking love it. So yeah, so what we got? You just saw the sign. Let me take a look here at GPS and see what we got coming up. Well, we're going to be coming up in, I guess, Mojave Desert here pretty soon. See what I got as far as getting out to the border of California and Arizona. Let's see here. Needles, that's where we want to be. So we're looking at 222 miles still to go to get to Needles, to the border. So there you go. But yeah, we're cooking along pretty good now, about 63, 64 miles an hour. And no complaints, no worries, no hurries. Yeah, so the other night, what was it here? I guess it was when I was hauling that empty trailer from Hillsboro down to Fresno. And I was getting closer and closer to Fresno on 99 South. And there was a truck hauling a flatbed. I don't know, a mile up ahead of me or something like that. And it was an empty flatbed, nothing on it. And there was, a couple cars, so he was in the right lane. And there was a couple cars nearby him to his left rear quarter. And one car I guess directly to his rear, I guess. But it didn't start out that way. What was going on was this guy was veering all over the place. And looking pretty like dangerous veering. And so what it looked like is this particular third car had gotten behind him somehow, maybe to try and alarm him or something. I don't know what, but I was watching this unfold, and so at this point it was even closer. It was probably, maybe a quarter mile up ahead of me. And it was close enough to the point where I had, I went ahead and took my truck out of cruise control, and got myself more situated to be able to, manipulate my pedals, my brakes, and my clutch. Just in case. And this flatbed, as we were coming up closer and closer to this off ramp, had actually veered off onto the shoulder and rolled like that for probably a couple hundred yards, and swerved back into the lanes, and then floated back off onto the shoulder again. And I knew what was going on right then. The guy was falling asleep. There's no question about it. He was falling asleep. And I think that car that was directly behind him, knew it and was trying to either, alarm him, maybe honk their horn or something. And so as he got closer to the off ramp, like he swerved back into the lanes and then real quick darted off for the off-ramp. And when he did, he missed the off-ramp and he went off into that little, like, you know, there's always like between, you know, the through traffic lane and the off-ramp, there's always like a dirt area that's kind of shaped like a, you know, an inverted triangle, and there's always a sign right there, like on a you know, on a wood post, like a big sign that says, you know, exit whatever with an arrow. And he went right over it and took that sign completely out, and then managed to get in onto the off-ramp in the lanes and like float up off the off-ramp with that car that was directly behind him following him. And then at that point, like, I was passing him by, so I didn't see exactly what unfolded from there, but I hopped on my radio. I was like, dude, wake up. You know, I don't know what happened. I mean, for all I know, he might have fallen back asleep and rolled right through the intersection coming up off into the, you know, into a ditch or something. I don't know. But it looked like he was like semi-conscious, just like knowing that he was falling asleep and trying to make it to safe haven, you know, trying to make it to a parking lot and go, you know, shut down, you know. But man, you know, if he made it, that guy was extremely lucky. He had something looking out for him, that's for sure. So yeah, that was wild. I've seen a couple crazy things, you know. The other one that I saw was out in Texas, and it was in the opposite lanes. You know, it was actually going through, you know, the suburban area, I guess, you know, and so it was like either side of the interstate was 4 lanes each, and it was well divided. Like, it, you know, it didn't have a big like barrier, but it was well divided by like just earth, like an earth divide. And I could see all the traffic, you know, in the headlights, you know, or whatever, in the, you know, in the opposite bound lanes, like from a mile back or something. And I could see all the emergency lights flashing. And as I rolled up, it was actually a you know, a rig that had flipped over and was blocking all 4 lanes. Like the rig was completely, like almost completely perpendicular to the traffic lanes. So yeah, and so that was likely another one where, you know, a guy fell asleep because it was all straight highway. It was all straight. So there's no real, you know, reason why, you know, somebody would just tip the rig over in the middle of a straight, you know, highway like that. So unless he fell asleep. So yep, crazy stuff, man. People just try and push it too hard or whatever, I guess. So anyhow, so it looks like we're entering California City from the looks of it. Let's see, Mojave. Yes, sir, Mojave. Mojave exit 167. So, all right, anyhow, guess I'll wrap it up and talk at y'all later. See ya.